special call board meeting, August 14th, 2025 at 6 p.m. at the Estill County Board of Education Boardroom located at 253 Main Street in Irving, Kentucky. At this time, I'd like to call this meeting to order. I'd like to welcome everyone, and we stand by saying our pledge. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you all for that. I'd like to remind you there's a sign-in sheet at the entrance to the boardroom if you need to sign in. First on our agenda this evening, and our agenda is very short, but first on our agenda we have our policy and procedural updates. Mr. Brock, would you like to discuss this?
So the first one is the procedure for application for change of school assignment. We didn't really have a formal process for that. We had a hardship process, but we didn't have a formal process as far as somebody just making a request. Mr. Norton brought it to my attention. So he and I sat down and we come up with a formal process that will go through 3 different phases, and then a decision will be made for a change in the school assignment. So this is just for us to approve the procedure for that formal process.
Mr. Brock, will this procedure be implemented before the school year starts?
Yes.
So if a child has already been participating, is this something that they have to sign this year?
They continue where they were at.
Okay.
Yes, this is just for anybody new that wants to. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And it'll still go through Mr. Norton?
It
and
does.
through you?
Yes.
Okay, all right, so we need a motion to approve the reviewed policy.
I have one more question.
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
What is the turnaround time once this is submitted? Do you know that, like, I know, because for parents to plan out,
Yeah.
what is usually the turnaround time for that parents will be notified that it got approved?
It'll probably take a couple weeks.
Okay.
Yep. It could be faster than that, just depending on how many we get.
Okay.
Anything further?
Sorry.
Okay.
No, you're good.
If not, I need a motion to approve the reviewed procedure as discussed. Shayla Samples makes a motion. Sharon Whitaker makes a second. Is there any further discussion? If not, I'd like to call for a vote. All in favor? Any opposed? The motion carries with a 5-0 vote. Next, we have approval of a revised policy 031233 for maternity leave. Mr. Brock.
So because of the new KRS, we had to have a policy for maternity leave. We adopted the policy that KSBA sent us. After looking at that policy a little closer, there's some ambiguity in it as to what we were going to do as a district. The law says we have until 2030 to get an official policy in place. This is clarification of what we're going to do with that policy, and it kind of outlines exactly what our process will be to get to the point where we can fulfill that law. If you read it as it exists, the question is, are we going to or are we not? And I want to get to where we can do that, but right now we need to get a plan together so that it's fiscally responsible for us to do so. This just clarifies that.
Okay. All right. I need a motion for approval of the revised policy as discussed by Mr. Brock. Tammy Hardy makes a motion. Carrie Smallwood makes a second. Any discussion? Any questions? If not, I'd like to call for a vote. All in favor? Any opposed? The motion carries with a 5-0 vote. Next, I need a motion for approval to go into a closed session pursuant to KRS 61.810, paragraph F, for the purpose of discussion which may lead to the appointment, discipline, or the dismissal of an individual student or employee. Shayla Samples makes a motion. Sharon Whitaker makes a second. All in favor? Any opposed? Okay, this time we'll be in closed session. We will, once you're good, we'll close that off, and then once we come back, I'm sure we'll call out and adjourn.